Hello, and welcome to Love Sirya Divine Channel. I'm gonna light some Palo Santo today. I usually light some sage, but I'm feeling some Palo Santo today. Invoking some protection. I'm a little nervous about what Spirit want me to talk about today, based on these here 3 cards. Okay. First of all, they had me pull out my Liberation Tarot deck. It's not a typical tarot deck. Okay, this tarot deck come with over 100 different cards. Very unconventional, given very Aquarius. Okay, because this message here is specifically a message that I was liking to get out for the new moon in Aquarius that is existing tomorrow, right? So they was like, okay, cool. You want to give the message for new moon Aquarius? Okay, well, you know, Aquarius is all about being unconventional. You know, they're very artistic. They're very expressive. You know, you can't keep them in a box. So we don't need the traditional tarot. We're gonna pull out the big boys. Okay, and I'm like, cool. Let's pull out the big boys. So I'm like, how y'all want me to do this? And they said, just go with the flow. We'll tell you how to do it. And these are the 4 cards that they gave me. Okay, so truthfully, the first card that came out was the High Priestess, and I'm like, okay. The second card that came out was the Death card. Okay, that took a turn of events real quick, right? Then we have the 5th air, which is the 5 of Swords. Okay. And then they gave me the Tower. So I pondered on this for a little bit, especially this card. This card to me was the indicator card. So I pondered on it for a minute and was like, okay, Spirit, what is it that you want me to say? Like, what is this message that you want me to get out to the collective? And the first thing I noticed was this melting clock. And that to me told me the dismantling of a particular system. Because I don't know if you all know, but time is a man-made construct. So I said, okay, you want to talk about the dismantling of a system. Then I seen here the fire on this man's back as he looking through the 3 windows. And these are 3 different worlds, completely different worlds. This to me looked like the underworld. This to me looked like, quote unquote, the flat earth. And this to me looks like, you know, just what's that word I'm looking for? A lighthouse. So this is here like present day. So that gives me like past, future, and present. And you got this man sitting here looking at everything coming down and crumbling. Everything is set on fire. Even him. He's even set on fire. Okay. And in this particular deck, this card here speaks about defeating colonizers and dismantling patriarchy. You can see the map here, you know, the old history map. He got flames in his hands, and it's like he's creating a new path, walking a new path, right? And then I looked at this card and I was like, okay, we got this turkey, this jive turkey. No, I'm just playing. We got this turkey here who is acting as a Grim Reaper, and you got these babies being grown in these incubators that are attached to trees. So that to me just said a new earth is being born. Okay, this is the Death card, and Death card is all about death and rebirth, transformation. And just in alignment with the 5th air card of the colonizers, it just got me thinking about the whole history of Thanksgiving and how that came about. I'm not going to go into the whole history, but basically, our ancestors were tricked and deceived by the quote-unquote jive turkeys. You know, we welcomed them to dinner type situation, and they, while our men were out hunting and the women were preparing, these jive turkeys is what we're going to call them, slaughtered all of our women and our babies while the men were gone. So when the men came back, all they saw were you know, the death of their women, their grandmothers, their mothers, and their children. And that's pretty much the story and the history behind the Trail of Tears. Okay, we're not gonna get too deep into it. So I was like, okay. So then the high priestess. Okay, so first of all, the reason why they decided to kill off the women and the grandmothers is because that's how our tradition, our culture, our history, and our knowledge were passed down back in the day through word of mouth. We didn't have textbooks back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really sat at the feet of our mothers, the high priestesses. Okay, we sat at their feet to gather knowledge, to gather wisdom, and that's how we were able to pass on ancient knowledge. Okay, so with this high priestess here, okay, we see her with her head down, but she's still wearing her crown, okay, tapped into the Most High, but she's sad. And in the typical high priestess card, this is a card all about, you know, high intuition. She's sitting on the throne between two pillars of the seen and the unseen. You know, she sits in high regards, but in this card, she's not sitting in high regards. You know what I'm saying? She's off to the side, and her head is down in both illustrations here. So this illustrates how the ancient system in which we used to operate in, which is in the essence of the matriarchy. Okay, we held the women to a very high standard, to a very high regard back in the day. The women ruled the nations. The women were the ones to birth the nations. The women were the ones to make all the decisions, the rules. We were the tastemakers, okay? Women make the rules, women are the tastemakers, and men enforce the rules. So, I know that's deep, but that's kind of where I'm being guided to speak about. Because like I said, these are the 4 cards that came out. And it is no wonder, okay, because we do have Pluto in Aquarius right now. We have the moon moving into Aquarius. The sun is currently in Aquarius. Mercury is currently in Aquarius. Not only that, Earth just moved into the constellation of Aquarius for the next 2,350 years. So that means we are in the age of Aquarius. So, with that being said, it's no wonder that this is the message that the Most High has put on my spirit to put out there. And again, I'm going to light some Palo Santo, because this is not this is not light information. This is not, okay, it is light information in a sense of light versus dark. But what I mean is, this is not light as far as light and heavy. Like, this is some heavy knowledge that they got me tapping into, some esoteric knowledge, okay? So I'm going to light some Palo Santo just for some protection, some extra protection. Because like I said, this is some information. So basically, all I wanted to do was talk about some new moon in Aquarius, like, type of information, you know, cleansing yourself, allowing yourself to be free, you know, making some space for the new to come in, you know what I'm saying, to be able to receive that new energy. You know, take a spiritual bath, clean your room, clean your sheets, you know what I'm saying. I was just going to do a little one too, but Spirit was like, oh, no ma'am, no ma'am, we got some other things we want you to talk about. So right now, Spirit is sharing that currently there is a huge transformation that is currently happening in front of our eyes, literally. Okay, whether you see it or not, whether I see it or not, whether others see it or not, is literally happening in front of our eyes. The dismantling of the old system that we are used to, the dismantling of patriarchy, the dismantling of life as we know it. Okay, and Mother Earth is restoring order back and creating a whole new earth, because Earth is feminine. Earth is a feminine planet. Honestly, all planets are feminine, to be honest with you. All planets are feminine, but Earth, for sure, is a feminine planet. And she's restoring order, putting the woman back in her rightful place on her throne. And I know this is going to be hard for the men to hear, but that's okay, because y'all will get in alignment in due time, because Mother Earth is energetically working on you all as well. Okay, that's not my job. I'm a woman, so I speak more so for the women. I tap into the knowledge more so for the women. I do share knowledge for men to adhere to as well, but like I said, there's other conscious men out here that will help you all be able to accept the power of a woman and her role and her truth as the matriarch, as the empress, as the high priestess, as the queen, as the nation builder and birther. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull some tarot to see what else Spirit has to say, and we're just gonna go from there. I'm gonna continue to channel to see what else. Do y'all want me to pull tarot right now? Yeah, I'm gonna pull some tarot right now. Okay, let me do a shuffle. Oh, just a light little shuffle. Okay. Ooh wee. They are like to say the energy is so high right now. They're so excited for me to be talking about this. And I'm nervous. Okay. So Spirit, what other messages would you like for me to share with the collective about this particular reading? What other messages would you like for me to share about this particular reading? We're going to go with that. These ones right here. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so they definitely need for my ladies to tap into their intuition, to tap into their royalty, to tap into their innate power. Okay. The King of Pentacles, because slowly but surely we all are being provided with new wealth, with new abundance, with the token to restore the natural order on earth. Okay, and I say slowly because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And we have the Nine of Swords, which is typically about worry and stress. Okay, but what I see in this card is that Spirit is asking us to take a look at all the odds that are stacked up against us as far as women. Okay, we clearly see that this is a woman here. Okay, so they want us to look at all the odds that are stacked up against us and determine and figure out how to get ourselves out of that energy, how to get ourselves from having nine swords pointing at us and stacked up against us to just one or none. You know what I'm saying? Like, all odds are against us as women. The woman is being targeted right now, even with the abortion laws. You know what I'm saying? Even with even with media, okay, the entertainment, the way that they have, especially the black women. I'm just going to listen. The black women, that's what we're talking about, because we are the originators of the earth. Okay, but especially the black women's, how they have us portrayed in the media right now. I personally don't watch TV anymore specifically for that reason, but I do know that the trash is still being broadcast. Okay, what is it called? Love and Hip Hop, Bad Girls. Oh my goodness, the what's that girl name? The Krishan Rock, her whole little situation with her man. Just the way that the women are being portrayed right now in the media is absolutely disgusting. I despise it. What is her name? Sexy Red. Who else y'all got out here new? I'm like an old lady. I don't know much about the entertainment, but I see it because I'm tapped in. Okay, but all the odds that are stacked up against us to keep us suppressed, to keep us oppressed, to keep us out of our divinity. Okay, the Ace of Swords, right? Because what I'm saying is true. I know it, you know it, and Spirit knows it. Okay, and this is the clarity that is being brought to you all through me right now. Okay, let's see. The Ten of Cups. This is what the earth is supposed to look like. This is how earth is supposed to feel. We're supposed to be completely fulfilled, not wanting for anything. Okay, it's a shame that we live in the world where we have to pay for water, where we have to pay for shelter, where we have to pay for clothes. Back in the day, we had wells when we got our own water. Our men had the skills to build our own houses. Our women had the skills to create our own clothes. And we lived in harmony with the earth. Okay? And now it's time for us to reflect and remember who we are. Remember our ancient power, our ancient knowledge. It's really time to tap in and understand that we come from a lineage of ancestors who were extremely wealthy. And I'm not talking about wealth in terms of fiat currency, the little paper dollars. I'm talking about wealth in terms of having all of our needs met. All of it. Okay? We were wealthy. We were happy. We wasn't working a 9-to-5 just to eat. We wasn't working a 9-to-5 just to have a roof over our heads so we could sleep comfortably. Okay? That's not how we lived back in the day. We lived abundantly. And we were dripped back then too, because we made jewelry. We made our own jewelry and everything within that nature. Okay? Oh wait. What else you got, Spirit? Anything else you would like for me to say on this message here? This literally took me for a loop. Okay, so I'm going to keep it in reverse because that's what I'm hearing. And the Eight of Wands is all about a message coming in fast. It is also about swift change. And what Spirit is saying is that going back to living life in this wealth that we used to be in is not going to be a quick change. Okay, it's not going to happen quickly. It's not. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of diligence. It's going to take a lot of integrity. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of working together as a community. Okay, so I know it sounds good and it sounds nice to be operating in that energy where the women were on top, where the women were the tastemakers, where the women were the ones that kept everybody in line pretty much, and where the women were the ones that were doing all the provisions as far as cooking the food, making the clothes, providing the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? For us to get back to the ancient way of living, it's not going to happen quick. It's going to take time. But we did come back on this earth in this specific time to help and assist in this age of Aquarius. And I say that because we all have a soul contract. We have many soul contracts, but we do have our main purpose, soul contract. And believe it or not, we all chose to be here, to be reincarnated onto earth at this particular time to help usher in the new earth. Okay? So, any other messages that you have, Spirit, that you'd like to share with the collective at this time? Let's see. And we have the Tower once again. And as we see here, it is a man. Okay? It is a man. And his whole head is coming on fire. And lightning is striking. I don't know if y'all know, but lightning is Mother Oya from the Orisha. So the Orishas are even playing a part in helping restore the energy of the Mother Earth. So this tower is indicating that this change is coming. Like we said, it's not coming quickly, but it's coming and it's happening. Okay? It's going to take years. It's going to take years for us to be able to see it. And we might not even see it in our day and age. It might be in our great-great-grandkids' time. You see that baby back there? Okay? So the work that we are to put in now, we might not even see the fruits of our own labor. But as long as we're being truthful and diligent and having integrity and being honest about the work that we're putting in, our kids, our great-grandkids, our great-great-grandkids will be able to see the change in the new earth that we are working towards. And it will be successful with the Six of Wands here. Six of Wands is all about victory over defeat. Okay? It is all about success against opposition. It's all about persevering. They are literally walking out of a portal into a new world. So it will be successful. The work that we are putting in now. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? We are here on this earth to build a better life for the generations that come after us. I don't know about you all, but my parents didn't leave me nothing. My grandparents didn't leave me anything. My great-great-grandparents didn't leave me anything. Nobody left the generations after them anything. So for generations, we've been struggling. For generations, we've been in this poverty energy, in this poverty mindset. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that for my daughter. And I don't want that for my grandkids. So for me, I am planning and I am actively doing the work to be able to assist my daughter and her children and their children so that they don't have to go through the struggles that I went through. Like I had to acquire, it took me a very long time to acquire our true history, to acquire true knowledge, you know what I'm saying, to acquire the real meaning of life. I had to start from square one. I had to start at the basis, okay? And my daughter's not going to be able to do that. I'm instilling this ancient knowledge into her now so that when I carry the baton to her, she can take off with it. And there's still so much more that I have to do, I have to build, that I have to create, but I am willing to do it. Because like I said, I don't want her to struggle like I struggle. I don't want her to have to figure out how she gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna teach you how to garden. Period. I don't want her to struggle to figure out, okay, how I'm gonna pay bills. No, we gonna get some land. We gonna build our own house, and you're gonna know how to build. First of all, okay, you're gonna know about electrician, okay, like you're gonna know about community, you're gonna know about sewing, like, you know, there's particular trades that I want her to learn and that I'm going to learn so that I can be able to teach her, and I'm going to acquire the people around me to be able to teach her. Like, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting back to the old ways of living, okay? And that's what this age of Aquarius is all about. That's what Pluto and Aquarius is all about. That's what Mercury and the moon is just reminding us that at one point in time we were free. We were not bound to man, okay? We were free. We were this is the revolutionary, okay? What they say, the revolution will not be televised. This is it. It's happening right before our eyes. All right. Just a matter of if you're going to turn a blind eye, or if you're going to participate. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand the quote that ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. When you're ignorant, you are subject to be a robot. You're subject to be controlled. And that's just not who I am. Any other messages that you have, Spirit, for the collective at this time? All right. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay. The Eight of Wands, it typically talks about walking away from that which no longer serves you. Not Eight of Wands, the Eight of Cups talks about walking away from that which no longer serves you. But it also talks about a turning point in a journey. So this is exactly what it looks like now. Okay. And this is what it's going to look like afterwards. These are both portals. So this is what we're walking into, and this is what we're going to walk out of. And I know this looks gloomy and it looks dark, you know what I'm saying? But when you first garden and build, the dirt does look just brown and dark, but eventually the fruits of your labor will be bright. You know what I'm saying? It will be colorful. Okay, so this is the portal, the turning point now in this day and age, so that, like I said, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren can have this. Okay, don't be selfish, y'all. Don't be selfish. This is not the day and age to be selfish. Okay, and we have the Six of Cups. Now this is all about nostalgia, the past, the memories. And it can also mean happiness. So what I'm hearing here is just to tap into that ancient knowledge, like really meditate. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's no wonder that these cards are in alignment. She is in the meditation position, even this person or this thing, because that's not a face. But anyway, they are in meditating positions to really meditate, to really try to remember what it was like back in the day. You can feel it in your soul, let me tell you all, because we all are equipped with Akashic records, and Akashic records are built in our DNA. So the ancient knowledge is there. We have the ability to remember, slowly but surely. But you just got to keep putting in the work. You have to keep putting in the work, meditating, seeking the knowledge, because that's what Aquarius is also all about: knowledge, information. So we have it at our fingertips. You know what I'm saying? You can go on the internet and find anything that you want to find out. You can go to the library. Like, we have abundant access to information and knowledge. And that's what you all are being tasked to do, is to learn your history, learn who you really are, learn where you came from. Any other messages that you have for Spirit, for the collective, before I get out of here? Any other messages, Spirit? Okay, we got one. Strength. Ashe. They're saying, have strength. Know your power. Know that you are protected. Know that you are being guided. Okay? And tap into the cycles of the moon as well. Considering this is a new moon reading, but tap into the cycles of this moon. But ultimately, have strength on this journey. Have strength in the willpower to persevere, so that you could bring about a better earth, a better world, because that's what Mother Earth is requiring from us. And let me tell you, we all have free will, and Mother Earth, Big Mama, is what one of my mentors, Rod Hayes, called her. She don't give a fuck about your feelings, and she really on some, you either get with it or get lost, aka ascend and be a part of the collective purpose and plan to bring new earth, or die. Period. Because we can't bring this old energy with us to the new earth, because there will be no point. What is the point of creating a whole new earth for everyone to be in abundance and for everyone to be happy if you're still carrying negativity, if you're still carrying doubt, if you're still carrying fear, if you're still carrying all this negative, low vibrational energy? What is the point? We on some high vibrational shit right now. And let me tell you, high vibrational don't always mean love and light. High vibrational is warrior energy. fighting for the cause. Okay. Bottom of the deck, justice. Like I said, get with it or get lost. At the end of the day, justice is going to be restored with or without you. It's going to be restored. So you might as well participate. And I feel like you all are participants. Right? The Queen of Pentacles. This is Mother Earth energy. This is abundance. This is security. This is responsibility. Okay? The Seven of Cups. Here's another image of someone meditating. The Seven of Cups, they usually say, like, this is all about the castles in the sky. This is all about daydreaming and daydreaming about all of your desires. So at the end of the day, it's like envisioning and manifesting is a part of building that new earth. And Six of Swords. Look at that mother carrying her child through adversity at the end of the day, because these swords, but the Six of Swords specifically is about transitioning over calmer waters to a greater land. It's a slow transition. Like we said here with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's a slow transition, but it's coming. And Mother is carrying the children who are with her, who support her, who love her. Mother Earth, that's a whole planet on top of her head. Okay. The Hierophant. Okay, basically this is what this is saying, is that Spirit is guiding. Spirit is providing the wisdom right now. There is no cap in my rep. I'm saying exactly what needs to be said in this message. Period. I do want to pull from this deck just to get some affirmations to kind of help, because like I said, this message is heavy. This message is on some esoteric, revolutionary type thing, and I know that can be scary. So Spirit, do you have any guidance for the collective? Service. Mother Earth needs you all to be of service to her, because that's what you were born here to do, whether you believe it or not, whether you know it or not. Okay? And essentially it will help you feel good to help others. If you haven't tried it, try it. And trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So trust that what I'm saying is true, and trust that you have the ability to be of service to the Mother Earth to help create this new earth. Okay? Also, you all look into the Schumann resonance. This card kind of reminded me of the colors of the graph of the Schumann resonance. But if you look at the Schumann resonance, you'll see that the consciousness of the earth is directly equal to the consciousness of the collective, the human collective, because we're all in sync, we're all one, we all are connected to Mother Earth through a spiritual umbilical cord. Okay? And if you look at the Schumann resonance, you'll see that it has been at its highest frequency that it's ever been in the history of humans. Okay? And I'm gonna leave it here, because I feel like what's said is said. And that was, like I said, that was a heavy message. That was a heavy message. Whew. I need to take a breather. But I'm sending you all courage. I'm sending you all light. I'm sending you all peace. And I truly thank you for tapping in. I promise you I did not expect for this reading to be this, but here we are. Okay? And no take backs. Okay? Oh. Well, I mean, I guess I could say my spill. Like the comment. I mean, like the video. If this hit, you know what I'm saying? Leave a comment below. Let your girl know. Subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss another reading. Share. Help the channel out. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole little thing. I'm so ready to get up out of this channeling energy, because like I said, this was heavy. But anyway. Love, Sirya. Peace.